Okay, construction of the whole warm and cool pumpkin. So let's gather all our pieces. Background, our pumpkins. If you have more than 3 pumpkins, then you have more than 3 pumpkins. And I do think that a very large pumpkin, and that being the only one, might work, but you know, threes work really well in composition. So start working in threes or fives. One is an odd number, so that works too, but you tend to get kind of like a balance going on. So I'm cutting out the pumpkin, so I'm going to speed up a little bit so that you can see that I'm cutting. I can trim a little bit, but I don't want to make them too much smaller than what I have. So as I'm cutting, I'm really cutting around the edge, not making sure that it has that round edge to it, but I'm not like cutting in the middle of my pumpkin. I'm keeping the basic shape that I drew. So now I'm going to place them on my background, and I'm just going to rearrange them. They do not have to be arranged the way I do it. You need to look at your pumpkins. How do they work together? By putting the little ones behind it, they kind of actually make the pumpkins look bigger, even though they're not. It's an optical illusion. Again, working in threes. You'll notice I'm also kind of creating almost like a triangular look. And so by placing them this way, it'll work. So now I'm going to add the glue. And I'm using a liquid clear glue, but you can use other glues that you have available. Glue stick is probably what we're going to use in the classroom, but by placing them where I laid them down, and I'm rubbing my finger on the edges so that they will stick to the edge. You don't really want it to curve up. So especially the stem and stuff, I'm pushing that down with a clean finger that doesn't have glue on it. And I am readjusting it before it starts to dry. And I'm not done. I'm going to go, I washed my hands, and now I'm going to take a brown and a black, and I'm going to add some definition. Anytime you have any kind of thing overlap each other or over a ground or whatever, you're going to end up with a shadow somewhere. So we're kind of creating a little bit of a shadow. I'm using a brown onto the green, so it does have a darker look than it does on the orange. But I am also going to add a little black too to help more definition happening, but not a lot. I'm not doing a lot. I'm just doing a little hint. It just helps bring it out, makes it more 3D. These are just little things that I'm doing. Notice I'm not drawing around the edge. I'm not creating a hard dark outline. This is totally different than when we were using our black outlines for our cartoonish characters or something. This is definitely what real life looks like. They do not come with a black outline. And so I'm just doing it where it looks like the two would overlap, or where something would have a shadow. And so that's why, again, when you're doing these things, you're just adding a little bit here and there to finish it up. I'm doing that on the top too, where the stem might cast a shadow. We'll do more on value in another project, but this is a fun little fall project that you could put together. And there we have it. We have ourselves a picture. All done.